Welcome to the Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to the acquisition of betterment. My name is Brett Scott.
And I'm Jesse Cole.
And we are the Long Lost Brothers. Jesse, it's been a week, man.
It's been a week, to say the least.
You got some stuff to talk about. You accomplished some things this week.
I did the most this week. Okay. So where we left off last week, right? Mr. Scott here was closing out. He's on the first 24 hours of a 48-hour fast.
Yep.
So that led me to be like, you know what? I'm gonna fast too. I'll go 2 days. So at the end of my fast, though, I had a 6-mile run scheduled, and yeah, man, I'm not a fan of fasting. Fasting kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's all smooth sailing that first day. It's like you feel good, you feel empowered by the fact that you're doing it, and then like the second day you're like, wait a minute,
yeah,
why am I doing this?
I woke up all like because I'm already in ketosis, or I was already in ketosis, and then so I was just like burning ketones, just felt like amped up when I woke up the next morning after not eating. But then then I fucked up and over-caffeinated, and I felt like I was trying to like help my wife with some like menial like house tasks, and I was getting all frustrated, and it wasn't cool, man. And then I made it to the next day. I was fine. Like day 3 is like when your body's like really like or not day 3, but day 2. It was like whatever, the day after that, when I had to go run, like I got out of work like 30 minutes early. I brought my running gear and just got after it like right there. I kept a 9-minute pace, a mile pace for those 6 miles. 6 miles I had to run, and then knocked that out and came home and ate a big old ribeye. So that was cool, but yeah, I probably won't be participating in a lot of fasts, I don't think.
Yeah, I think well, that second day of a fast is when your body really starts making some changes, and it starts, well, for you, I mean, you're already used to burning the ketones, but in this case, you're actually completely out of fuel. Like once you get to that second day, one day, the first day, you're burning off all the remaining fuel from food, from the day before. But by the time you get into like 36 hours of fasting, all that shit's gone. And so, and either your body starts burning glycogen from your muscles, right? Or if you are a keto dieter, it starts burning ketones, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you get to a point where your body is now using itself for fuel, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why it gets really difficult.
Yeah, I felt really good when I was running, though. I was like, shit, this ain't none. And then I got home, and the wife put on some food, and it was good. And then another thing that happened with okay, so I woke up that second day. I was at like 175. That's like the lightest I've been in like 5 years. So
yeah,
I was like, all right, this is dialed in. And then so some people that follow me might know, like I did like I was like, I'm gonna stay keto until August 1st, which was yesterday, and so I'm gonna have a cheat meal.
So it was originally, and we should make this a point because this episode we're focusing on challenges in themselves. But you had embarked on a 100-day keto challenge.
Yeah, but I lost count because I'm busy as hell all the time. So I was like, I forgot how many days. I was like, I'll just go to August 1st. So that exceeds the 100 days because it started like in March or something, whatever. It was like 100 days I'm going to stay committed to this ketogenic diet. And I lost like 20, 25 pounds, something like that.
That's awesome.
I went from like being like super tight, squeezing in my pants with a big belly, and now I got some visible abs, and I look like I lift weights and work out, and but I started running in this time too, so I'm getting both ends of the stick, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So anyway, yesterday I had the epic cheat meal. I had some mozzarella sticks. I had some white Reese's. I had myself some peanut butter M&Ms, a cherry Coke.
Those white Reese's are the best, dude. I fucking love those white Reese's, dude.
Yeah, come on, man. I think those are the guys just said, get over here, girl. I said, come here, mama.
I love they make all these different Reese's, man, but then white ones those are the shit.
Those are fire. And dude, oh man, and right before that, before my cheat meal, I ran 12 miles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I drove back to where I used to live because there's this trail that I want to hit that I used to run on previous to this, but since I guess COVID, nobody's been on it, so it's like all overgrown with blackberries. So like shredded my leg up with blackberries and stuff, and I'm just running on the highway the way back. So I did that, kind of got lost and had like this like standoff with a big old black lab because it's like a super rural area, so it's like people just let their dogs like be in the yard, like it's all good. Lola's outside, whatever, you know. So it's like has the hackles up, and I'm like, go to your parks. I'm glad that the dog listened because I would have got tore up. That was a big dog.
Was the original idea because I remember you were saying, I thought you were gonna start eating before.
I was.
Yeah.
I was, but I was gonna go run with this youngster that lives out there. So I woke up late per usual. I was like a little behind schedule. I was like, hey, you know what? The food's gonna be there when I get done. And I was like, and I don't want to like. You know, I'm starting to get into these longer runs as the training block progresses. So I was like, I'm just going to keep it keto, get this run in, boom, then I'll get my snacks, right? And to top it off, that's not a week because that was all just candy. I also had 2 super burritos, 1 lengua and 1 al pastor. And, yeah, dude, and a honey bun. Yeah, so, okay, but today, strictly ribeye. I'm back on track.
I actually was kind of like, I don't know if I was disappointed or I was surprised at your cheat day, your cheat meal, whatever you want to call it, because I was expecting way more. I was expecting like a buffet, followed by you got a bag of chips in your hand while you're walking through the buffet, picking out your meal.
It would have probably been worse had I not had a tattoo appointment scheduled. Also, I learned 2 other things this week is running sucks and tattoos really hurt. Yeah. If you run 12 miles and you get a leg tattoo on the same day, it's not going to be a lot of fun. And it's a big tattoo. But I did the thing, so whatever. I still have a badass tattoo and 7 miles in, and I had a cheat. Yesterday was pretty epic.
How was how did the were you feeling like super fucking amped up? Were you like all pumped to what was going on?
I got super, super vascular, and all my veins look like super blue. That happens every single time when I break ketosis. Yeah. And I did don't want to give that away yet, but I got pumped hard this morning when I worked out. Yeah. Like you know, I was like, damn, I look jacked right now. But yeah, but I didn't sleep good at all because I got super, super high off all that sugar.
That's what bodybuilders use too, man. Like right before the show, they'll bring their carbs down lower and lower. Right, you're used to this, like weeks of eating lower carbs than your body really needs, and then fucking the day before and up into the show, you start introducing a lot more carbs than your body was used to having, and it fucking blows you up like a balloon, man.
Yeah, I was looking good today because I went and after that run and stuff. We went down this little walk on this trail and took the kids to the park and walked the dog. And so I got like nice crispy tan, and I was like, when I was doing a workout, I was like, man, I'm kind of fucking jacked right now.
Nice.
So So, but yeah, I'm pretty committed to staying on this ketogenic style diet. This primarily just eating like steaks and stuff because I just do better that way.
Well, I'm happy to see that you went right back to it. That there wasn't no residual, like, I'm just going to fucking take 2 days, fuck it.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah. I was like, that's how it starts, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, if you start fucking just rationalizing some bullshit.
Yeah, I can't go hanging around the dope house.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, so we're talking about setting goals today, right?
Well, challenges, right?
Challenges. Yeah, challenges. It's like, so Brad was like, I think I could do 1,000 push-ups in a day. And I was like, I don't fucking think so, man.
Well, hold on. Let's back up because it really started with the fast, right?
Yeah, the fast is it was a catalyst of it.
And I didn't challenge you to the fast. You're like, I'm gonna do a solidarity fast with my boy.
Yeah. That's my partner. That's my homie. Yeah. I'm gonna stick it out with him, even though he's already done. I want to experience what he experienced. Right. Like I've done fasting before, but it's been quite some time. So I was like, let me try this too. You know, because I admire you in the way that your brain works, because it's like
I just want to fucking find hard shit to do.
Yeah, you grab onto something, you don't let go no matter what until it's like really like affecting you. And I'm similar in that sense, but like you do it in a way more like calculated way. I think I'm just a hard head. And you're like, no, like you'll set like a goal. You'll be like, I'm gonna do it this way.
Right.
And, I'm just like, let's just fucking. I'm a bull in the china shop kind of person.
Yeah. So I don't know why I was thinking this, but I was sitting around thinking like about. I was just thinking about what's something I can do that's like difficult, right? Because we talked about this before, like doing difficult things, right, to build mental toughness. But then I started thinking, I was like, I want to do something that's like an epic thing. And so I was like, how many push-ups do I normally do in a day, right? Well, if I'm doing a workout that has push-ups in it, it's usually like 100 to 200. So I was like, I wonder how hard it would be to do 500. And then I was like, nah, man, if I can do 200 as easy as I do, then 500 ain't gonna be shit. I was like, I bet I could do 1,000. I don't know why I just texted you that, like, hey man, I think I could do 1,000 push-ups.
I was like, let's start drinking again.
I think I could do 1,000 push-ups in a day, man.
I'm about to throw this football over that mountain over there.
Oh.
Okay. So I was like, man, 1,000 is a lot of push-ups. Like, okay, but so anyway, I was like, what about 500? I was like, I do 200 push-ups pretty much every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I do like 200 push-ups, 200 ab rolls, and like 100 bicep curls. That's like my COVID marathon running upper body workout, and that and some like lat pull downs and some like bent over rows and stuff. Right, I mean, that's some of the little things I mix up, but those are like the jack and tan fucking shit that I do to maintain a nice looking upper body, and that's the face pulls. Right, while I'm doing this whole running deal. Mm-hmm. Right. The strategy will probably change when I get done with this marathon, but as we speak, that's what I'm doing. I do that a couple times a week, that workout, right? So I do 200 every Saturday, and it's not challenging, but it's not like killing me, right? So I was like 500, that's gonna be some work. Mm-hmm. So okay, so we landed on 500. Yeah. And you said, I'm going to do it. And then you did it Saturday, and you were tagging me in your story, and I was like, oh, man, I'm going to fucking get this, watch. Yep. So you did it a little more, you had a strategy. And I kind of took, okay, so you had a strategy. You said, if I do 25 push-ups every 5 minutes for 5 hours.
15 minutes, yeah, every 15 minutes.
Every 15 minutes for 5 hours, I'll be done.
Right. I like to take a challenge and break it down into smaller increments so it's more feasible. If I'm just trying to like bust out 500 push-ups,
yeah. If you're just trying to push through 500 push-ups, unless you're like fucking David Goggins or some shit, like probably not, player.
Well, I do that with everything, and I think that might have been something I got from Goggins. Like he's talked about that. He's like, you got to break down the shit in your mind into more manageable things.
Right. He talked about that in his book when he's talking about the pull-up records, right?
Right. So just like when you're running or something, you got 12 miles to run, right? You don't go, like, you ain't thinking 12 miles that whole time. You're thinking about, like, let's get to this next mile. Let's get to the 5 mile mark. You know what I mean? And it kind of resets you every time you reach those little goals. So eventually they all come together, and it's like, I did fucking a huge amount of something, whatever it is. But yeah, that was my strategy. I'm like, there's no way I can do this unless I break it down into manageable numbers.
Right.
So how'd you do it?
I beat your style. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do these 20 plus. So I started doing those, but then I was like, man, okay, so I had like so much shit to do today. Like I'm always busy, right?
Yeah, it got annoying, didn't it?
I Okay, so I slept like shit last night. I was like, I'm bagging my normal workout. Fuck it. I was like, these 500 push-ups are going to be sufficient for me to maintain my, doing something for fitness almost every day.
Yeah.
And so I got up about 8:30, and I was just like, man, I felt like hungover and angry, so I didn't sleep well at all. And so I just start, I get up, I go pee, whatever, brush my teeth. My roommate's awesome. He brought me a Bang. I cracked that thing open, took about 2 drinks. I was like, all right, I better just start doing these. I got a notepad. Started hitting a couple sets, 25. All right, and then my son, he turns 16 on Wednesday, and he's getting his license. So he has his drive test today.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, Dad, I haven't driven your car in a long time, and we're using it for test. Can I take it for a drive? So I'm like, all right, let's do that. I don't want to because I'm tired and I'm cranky and I'm lazy and I'm just, just being an old guy. And so anyway, we go do that, and I come back, I crack off like 150 more tests, 25. But I was doing them a lot more rapid than you had laid out.
Yeah.
I got to I got to get half of these done before his drive test, and I was come knock the rest out. So I got a little overzealous, and I started really, really feeling that pump in my chest right around like 300, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, so I better save some gas in the tank, because I was like, I know I can do this if I give myself time. I know I can do it. I can do the 500 push-ups in a day for sure.
Oh yeah.
I was like, but I'm trying to spank this thing out. But
right.
Brett says 5 hours. I'm trying to do this in like 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know exactly, because I went and did the drive test. That took an hour. My son passed. He's a boss, and
nice.
Yeah. So that's good, man. And, he's got. Anyway, that's another whole other
growing up, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the truck, the license, insurance, dialed in. Boom,
crazy.
16. Yeah, I don't know how my son
That's crazy.
did that, but anyway, so we went and did that. He was anxious about it, had the life lesson about not doubting himself. It was awesome. Had some good father-son moments. Then I came back, and my wife had a tattoo appointment, because we're some tattoo getting people in this house. So,
Are you still at like 300 push-up mark at this point?
Yeah, I'm at like 300, and then I just started cracking them off, hitting sets of 30. If you look at my story on Instagram, you could just see where I just started adding them up. And then at the end, I was like, man, I just got to power through and get this. So I started hitting sets of 10, and then I'm at like 490. Then I'm like 495, I did like 2, then I did like 3, then I did like 1, and there's like. And I was like, I don't think that last one really counted, so I did it again. Yeah. So, I don't know, I got there's a couple of times where I doubted it. I was like, did I count that right? So I just made sure, and I did an extra once. So I either did 504 push-ups, or I did 498. But I did the challenge. But
right.
Dude, you know what I did? I ordered, those coach clickers, the counters. I ordered those, and I was halfway through the challenge when the mail came, and I would have had one of them clickers. I was gonna have some. My roommate just click every time I did a push-up. So but that would entail him wasting a lot of his morning.
Right.
Watching me do push-ups. Yeah. I'm a very self-centered person. I think my roommate really wants to watch me do push-ups. He probably would, because he's my homie, but, he doesn't care.
Well, look, it's funny because I think the way I did it, honestly, was more annoying, because I was like, I literally set an alarm for every 15 minutes on my phone from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And,
oh, my God.
Right. So I was like, all right, no matter what I'm doing, I got to stop and do these push-ups whenever the alarm goes. So I'm like, I was in the shower, and it goes off
no.
Yeah. So I do the push-ups in the shower, and then later I'm having a conversation with my wife. We're talking about I don't remember what we were talking about, but we're having a conversation. My alarm goes off. She's like, Brett, what the fuck is that? It's like, I got to do 25 push-ups. She's like, why? I'm like, it's just something I got to do. So right there in the middle of the conversation, I got to bust out 25 push-ups. And then, so then my wife's like, why don't you take these kids? Because the kids are getting on everybody's nerves. She's like, why don't you take these kids you guys like hiking and shit. Why don't you go take them on a little hike or something? I was like, all right, fine. So, but I still got 2 hours to go on this fucking thing. So.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
you're doing mud push-ups on the trail, huh?
Yeah. So we get to the park and we park in a parking lot. And like my alarm had went off when we was driving, so I was like, all right, hold on, kids. I got to do my 25. So I do my 25 push-ups, and then we get like, down the trail a little ways, and they hear my alarm going off, and my son's like, you got to do your push-ups, Daddy? Like, yeah.
I was lost my mind. You're a bigger man than I. I had my 3 little ones trying to do push-ups on the trail.
Oh, they're good, though, man. They're good. Like, my son, he's almost 10, and then my daughter's like 6.5. And
okay.
They're all good. But I
got a toddler, so.
I stopped right in the middle of the trail, man, and busted them out. And
good for you.
Yeah, by the time we got done, I knocked out my last ones. But I'm telling you what, man, I didn't expect it because they were still easy around 300, but when I started getting out there on them trails and shit and trying to do them, like up in the 400s, it started being like I would do 20. I'd knock out 20. Great. Like, but 21 was like the hardest fucking push I've ever done in my life. And then I still got 4 more to crank out. So here's what happened. Are you sore at all today yet from it?
Am I still sore? Not yet. I probably will be a little bit tomorrow, I'm sure.
Well, here's what happened. I'll just tell you now, because I'm not that sore. I'm not as sore as I thought I would be, for sure.
Yeah.
But
I think 1,000 is doable.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely doable. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, you're right, man. I doubted myself. I mean, I don't know if I want to do 1,000 push-ups in a day, but, I was thinking about that, too. One time I was in county, I was just a kid with my buddy, and I forgot. We used to do, like, push-ups a lot. Like, and I remember, like, he was do time, like, in county jail. Like, he'd sit there for, like, 8 months. I was, like, an in and outer, so I'd just come in there, do some push-ups and watch some TV raps or whatever, right? And then he'd be, like, in the cell doing push-ups. He's like, and I remember he was saying I was up to like 1,000 push-ups a day. And I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, oh yeah,
definitely. Well, especially if you had nothing else to do, like we did it with full schedule. So damn.
Yeah, like if I didn't have a car, I would probably do like 1,000 push-ups a day.
I think if I ever got locked up, I'd be jacked.
Oh yeah,
I'd be fucking jacked. Anyway,
oh, for sure.
So here's what happened. So I'm doing the push-ups and everything, and today I woke up and I'm like, oh, I'm a little sore, but guess what? My chest isn't that sore.
Yeah,
I expected my chest to be, dude, my lats and shoulders are fucking hip. So I'm like, what the fuck? And like I realized, like, well, we did so many goddamn push-ups that our chest then gave out, and everything else was taken over. Like by the end of those, by the last 100, it was all shoulders and lats. Like the chest was done. Yeah, my lats often get sore from doing push-ups. Like I'll have to like put like a variation in my form to make sure that it's hitting my chest. Because I'm like sometimes when I get into my sets, I'm like, I haven't felt my chest pump in a long time. I was like, oh, I got to tuck my elbows in. Yeah, I think but there's no adjusting form for 500 of them motherfuckers, dude.
Nah,
that's just what it is. You're gonna have to use your support muscles to get them done. But
I was on CrossFit mode, like just get the movement done. I mean, they were solid push-ups, all of them. And if they weren't, I redid it. If I was like, that's kind of cheating. I ain't cheating on no Long Lost Brothers challenge.
Right.
Come on now. Let me keep it gangster.
Well, that brings us to our next thing, because through this, we decided, and which we talked about a million times on like setting goals and having little things to accomplish or whatever. But challenges, man. I think challenges are a really healthy thing to challenge yourself to things, but also, man, it really adds an extra bit of like, what is it?
Spice. Sauce on the taco.
Yeah, I think when you have someone else to do something with, it's a little more competitive. It's a little more of like, well, I got to do it now. You know what I mean? It's a lot. So, man, if you can find people to do stuff with, or find a specific thing to train for, like that's the fucking goal. I think it's important for everybody to have, even if it's like training, like you're training for a marathon.
That's like my arcing goal right now. Like as much as I don't, like, I mean, like I look jacked, but like I don't care as much right now about having big biceps and big shoulders. You know, like I want to be a fast runner.
Well, having a challenge in place, is a good way to ensure that you create a plan, because. You know, you're up shit creek, man. If you ain't got no fucking plan to get to somewhere, or if you don't have anywhere to go, there's no reason to make a plan.
Yeah, so, my boss, the guy used to do concrete before, he goes, a shitty plan's better than no plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it means you're moving in a direction with a goal.
You can adjust a plan, but sitting on your ass and getting nothing done.
That's it. So yeah, we just threw out this thing. We started with the fast and then went to the push-up challenge. It became, with the fast, it was just like, yeah, I want to do that with you too. And then with the push-ups, it was like, all right, now it's a challenge. I was like, you're going to do it, I'm going to do it. And then even in your head, you're like, I want to do it a little bit faster than he did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you have a challenge, it gives you a reason to make a plan. And just like with this one, we challenged each other to 500 push-ups, right? And each of us had to make our own plan of how to make that happen.
Yeah.
But without the challenge, I would never do 500 push-ups in a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. So
unless I was back in county, I don't think that.
Yeah, I think it's good though to put an actual challenge on the table, whether it be an official race like a marathon or you want to go run your first 5K or whatever. It gives you a reason, to stay accountable and get up and do the work every single day.
Yeah, so, like Fight Club, like it makes him trim his fingernails so he doesn't, scratch himself, right?
Right. Yeah.
You make sure your hair is cut. When we came in, we were dough. 3 weeks later, carved out of wood.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the Fight Club makes you tougher. It makes you look at things different. The challenges are like, oh man, I can't do that. I gotta do this. It's like,
Right, but a challenge will put fucking priorities in your life. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a challenge, just like you right now, you're training for a marathon. Now, if you didn't have that marathon to train for, it'd probably be a lot easier to be like, man, I don't want to run 4 miles a day. I think I'll just run like a 2. I'll make up for it tomorrow. Or you'd be like, man, I want to go do this fun thing or whatever, right? You might just blow off your training if you didn't have to do it in order to prepare for something. So,
right.
But since you got this in place, you went and you found a plan of how to do it, and you're sticking to that plan. So that when that day comes, when you will fucking rise to that challenge, right?
Yeah. Anyway. I want to run this 26 miles no matter what. The levee break and the creek rise, however they say that,
Yep.
hell or high water. Come first weekend of October, Mr. Cole's going to be putting in some 26.2 miles. Whether this is a real race, if COVID shuts down every race that happens because there's 2 that weekend, if it's just not a thing or an option, I'm just going to run to the country and run back. I don't care. Whatever. We're getting these 26.2 miles in 100%.
Yeah. Right.
That's going to be a thing. Very, very. Okay, so short of that, we have other plans.
Yeah. So this doing this stuff together, the fast and then the 500 push-up challenge, it brought us to an idea that, hey, we can make this a regular thing, and not only that, we could make it a part of our podcast.
Yeah.
And we could bring it to the listeners and have them be part of it too. So
we can invite the brothers.
That's it. So we devised, we came up with the Long Lost Brothers Challenge. And every week, every new episode that we do, one of us is going to issue the other one a challenge that he came up with. So, and we're not going to announce it to anyone beforehand.
Not even to each other.
Right. So Jesse doesn't know what I'm going to challenge him with. And then, but we put some parameters on it, right? So we're like, all right, it can't be like, I'm not going to challenge you to run 50 miles. Because that's like, all right, well, that's a fucking Saturday and a Sunday and Monday to recover and maybe a whole week. It can't fuck up your whole week.
It can't be detrimental to your physical, mental performance for the rest of the week. Like, I mean,
I'm not trying to take hours away from your family. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's going to be in good spirit, in fun.
Right.
Just something tougher than we normally would do if somebody wasn't challenging us to it.
Right. So,
or maybe less so, but just something that we can share and have that cohesive experience and push ourselves a little bit harder.
Yeah, and I think it'll be cool too. Like we can issue the challenge, and then other people who do it like can tag us on social media. It'd be really cool, man.
Yeah,
It'd be a lot of fun.
Sure.
So we're gonna start that this week with the official LLB challenge, the very first official.
I'm actually pretty curious as to what this is gonna be.
Yeah, so I'm choosing the first one. We decided, and I was thinking about this. When did we come up with this? 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I was like, man, what can I do? Because we want it to be kind of unique. It can't, I don't want to just, like the 500 push-ups, yeah, that's cool and everything, but there's nothing unique about it. I'm not saying we'll never do one like that again. I might be like, Jesse, you got to do 1,000 jump squats in a day. Like, that might happen. But
that has to be after that marathon.
But for the most part, we're going to try to stick to stuff that's like an hour or less, and it's kind of something that builds mental toughness. So
yeah, something that just kind of sucks.
All right. You ready for this?
Yes.
Another stipulation is you have to come up with a name for your challenge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this challenge, the first official Long Lost Brothers challenge, is called. Ready?
Yes. Lay it on me, sir.
Edward Gallon Hands.
Edward Gallon Hands.
That's right. Okay, you remember that old fucking drinking game, Edward 40 Hands?
No.
Wait, you don't know about Edward 40 Hands?
No, you're going to have to...
oh, my God, dude. Okay.
Did you, like, tape 40 ounces in your hands?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've seen something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in Edward 40 Hands, you have to, like, they take masking tape, like duct tape, and they duct tape a 40-ounce bottle of beer or malt liquor to both your hands, so you can't do shit but drink until they're gone. And until they're gone, like, you got to go to the bathroom, oh, well, figure out a way, because you ain't got no fucking hands. Right.
Are we going to do this with water?
Well, no, this is just why I made the challenge, but listen. So, this is Edward Gallon Hands. And Edward Gallon Hands is a much, it's a much shorter challenge than that. And it doesn't involve any binge drinking. So,
yeah, that's not really an option for me.
Yeah. This is going to be more physical. What I want is for us to, you don't have to tape anything, okay?
Okay.
But I want you to get a full gallon jug of water or whatever. I mean, it could be milk if you want, but I wouldn't use milk. Just use like a water.
Okay. Not if I'm drinking it.
Right. So, no, you're not drinking it. You're not drinking it.
Okay, so what are we doing with the gallon?
You're going to hold a gallon in each hand. Full gallon. Unopened gallon of water in each hand. And you're going to walk 1 mile.
Oh.
And you're going to do it. You're going to do it without ever setting those down.
Okay, so it's like a 1 mile farmer's carry.
Yep.
With a gallon of water or milk or whatever.
In each hand, yep.
Okay.
So you can't do nothing else. You can't sit it down to scratch your nose. You can't fucking fingers get tired. You can't fucking sit it down.
A mile? That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think.
Like a toddler, like my toddler could pick up and carry a gallon of milk, probably 15 feet.
Yeah. Have you ever walked a mile with a gallon?
Yes.
Of anything? Yes. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, there's a trip from the grocery store home or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's no breaks. Okay, and this is one in each hand. You have to walk it, or can you run it?
I don't know. Can you run with 16 pounds in your hands?
Fuck yeah.
Because that's what it is. 8.5 pounds each hand.
I keep the gangster, bro.
I guess.
I will speed walk the fuck out of that thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, it's probably gonna.
Okay. So
you're gonna
say,
more of a speed walk.
You're gonna set your tracker.
Yep.
Click. You're gonna set the laps to vibrate when you get to a mile.
Yep.
And then you're gonna go.
Right. You can do it if you want. You can do it like on a treadmill or something. But I mean, if other people out there want to do it, you can do it on a treadmill, whatever.
All my neighbors think I'm crazy anyway. I don't care. I mean, they see me running like all the time. They're gonna be like, "Oh, he's just doing his weird fitness stuff."
But yeah,
like
the one rule is you can't put them down. Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
I know what you're getting. 1 mile walk, run, jog, fucking power walk, whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my wife follow me.
Because I'm thinking that's okay,
it sounds easy enough.
Right.
But I haven't deadlifted anything in like a year. Not a year, but like in quite some time.
And there's a difference between
shit.
Yeah, there's a difference between holding something. I'm guessing this will probably be around a 15-minute challenge, like about.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna walk as fast as I can. Like I know a mile from my house is like. Okay. That's a pretty good walk to carry 2 gallons. Your forearms are gonna hurt a little bit, probably. Maybe. I mean, this might be like the push-ups. We think it's way harder than it is. We might be like, hey.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at. I was like, that's why I'm like, I don't know. Is this a hard thing? Is this an easy thing? I don't know. But
we'll see. I like it. I like it though.
Another one of the rules though that we had, which I didn't mention before, was it has to be something neither of us have ever done before.
Yeah. So it's not like I can't be like, you're gonna squat 405, Brett.
Yeah.
like what? Like that's not what?
Yeah, I can't do that.
It can't be anybody else's wheelhouse that you're gonna send them into.
Right, and I don't want to do something like I just did last weekend, so I already know I can complete that challenge and then put it on you to do. Nah, it's gotta be something we're both doing for the first time. So yeah, Edward Gallon Hands. About that life. Yeah. Okay. Walk 1 mile with a gallon in each hand, full gallon. And don't set them down. And if you set them down for any reason whatsoever, you gotta start from scratch.
Oh, that's better. That's way better. I was gonna say you had to drink both of them, but right there where you got it.
No.
Okay, that's your 2 outs. You can either go again
or drink them all,
or you had to sit there or you dropped it and drink both of them.
That's correct. I think I'd much rather go again.
Yeah, me too. I don't foresee this being a problem. Man, my grip sucks though. I've always had a terrible grip, so this is gonna be fun.
Well, see, and there's a big difference between gripping something for a couple seconds to do a deadlift and holding something in place. It's kind of like doing a wall sit or doing a squat. You know what I mean? It's like wall sit starts to fucking hurt after a while.
Yes. Even just sitting in the bottom of a squat for a long time sucks.
So I don't know. This might be a laughable challenge. I have no idea, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm probably gonna try and talk my wife into live streaming it. Maybe it's on the Long Lost Brothers IG page.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll probably either do that and then we'll just save it and post it.
Yeah, you could just have her walk fucking with you, like just walk it
a mile. It's like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be funny if I drop it. I'm gonna feel like a little girl, but. It'll be all right. We'll get there. I mean, you know, like I've done a lot of farmer carries before where it's like 30 feet with like 135 pounds in each hand.
Right.
So 8 pounds should be, I think I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can do it. If I run it, I can do it for sure.
I think it might be difficult to run it.
I think I can run it, man. I don't think I'm gonna because I feel like that's kind of cheating because that takes like 5 minutes off of your grip time. I think I'm gonna try and fast walk it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think that we're gonna wrap up and just call it that. And I'll see you next week, Mr. Gallon Hands.
Yeah. All right, man. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. You follow me and Jesse on the Long Lost Brothers IG page, which is Long Lost Brothers _podcast. Or you can follow me at Real Brett Scott or Jesse at Cole with a K.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah, just go on our page on Facebook, Long Lost Brothers Podcast, and check us out, man. We'll try to keep it fresh with the content, and we'll be back next week with a new challenge, with some more insight, and we appreciate you listening.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Later, guys.
Later.